How come the Fool's theme song didn't play?
Because I just remembered that I had it set up so that I could play it on the thing over here.
So now it's playing?
Now it's playing.
Now it's playing.
Well, let that bitch play out, cuz that's my favorite song. cuz.
Cool.
Are we live already?
Yes, we are.
Oh, shoot.
Oh,
Right on.
let that be right for a second. One of these days, Steve's gonna spit a fresh-ass rap to that boy.
Writing it right now. It's going to take a while, but it's coming.
One word every episode.
What's the first word, Steven?
You're going to have to wait and see, Eric.
That's like 9 words, boy. You gotta pick just one word.
See, like I said, it's going to take a long time. Give me
That's
a
like-
minute with this. I'm new at writing raps. This is my first one. I'm not like Justin. He's been writing raps for 25 years.
That's about 38 words. You still just need to pick one.
I'll just choose one of them. I'm sure it'll be one of them.
We'll just choose one now.
The
Oh, that's a great start.
It's a terrible
classic starter.
classic starter.
The
The. I can't think of one verse that starts with the.
See? Yeah, maybe it is the
farmer
first.
had a camel.
Jeez. Well, speaking of starts,
Oh, you waiting for me?
well, I don't want to make you do anything you don't want to do, but we're here.
Hell
It's
yeah.
been a couple of weeks. Gosh, when was the last one?
a couple weeks.
Couple
weeks
of
ago.
weeks. It was 2 weeks ago.
2 or 3.
2.5.
Hmm.
Call it 2.5?
We are in the middle of the week. It's a Thursday. We haven't recorded on a Thursday in a while.
Hell yeah, we got a new window. Busted down this wall, and now the rave on the other side is leaking through.
This is a creative workspace over here that you guys have. I like it.
Well,
It's like a silent disco back there.
we do creative work, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, takes a little bit of creativity. Know what I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah. What time is it, Justin?
It's not ready for that time. I'll tell you that right now. We barely even started. We haven't even said nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there we go. That's what I
Yeah.
was
There's
waiting
William Knife Man. You already know the classic. So Elon Musk bought Twitter.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I don't give a fuck. I'm not on Twitter. I mean, I'm on Twitter. I just don't give a fuck about it. And motherfuckers, I'm sure by now, maybe I haven't said it enough on here, but I'm like, I hate censorship. I think moderation, anything is fuck all the way off. I'm a goddamn adult. I'm responsible for my own brain, and I don't need some other fucking stupid fuck's brain telling me what I can and can't handle. Like, that's literally the cool part of it. It's been the internet since the beginning of time, and all of a sudden we got phones, so all kinds of fucking softies got the internet now, and they're like, oh, I need you to moderate for democracy. Fuck all the way off. Suck a fucking cock. You know what I mean? Lick a goddamn clit, and I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. What does it have to do with Elon Musk?
Oh, that's what he said he was good to do with it.
Oh, that he'll... Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do with it. We'll see.
Well, I know it used to be fun, and then now, motherfuckers can't even say shit without getting canceled. So, it's like, what are you gonna do? You know, motherfuckers. Not even motherfuckers. Mainstream news organizations had their Twitters banned because they posted about the Joe Biden laptop story. And somebody somewhere was like, that's misinformation. It's coming from fucking Russia or I don't know what the fuck nonsense they were saying. And Twitter was like, okay, yeah, delete them. And that was a year ago. Now, as of like a month ago, we know that was all true. And it's like...
The Hunter Biden laptop? Was that the Ukraine thing and all the impeachment stuff? That? I think that was all wrapped up in there, wasn't it? It was
Kind
a
of,
while
yeah.
ago.
It was all Ukraine because Ukraine gave him money, and he was over there fucking supposed to be doing one thing, and he was doing something else. And I don't.
Oil
I mean, I'm not saying he's
board.
doing anything more than fucking goddamn. What's Trump's son-in-law's name? Jared Kushner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the same joint, but these fools wanna play sides. And I'm like, that's whack as fuck. And Twitter's been on that for 2 years now. So I've been like, fuck off. They've been fucking canceling and banning fools for talking about the Wuhan lab theory, right? Oh, that's misinformation. No, the fuck it's not. Now we know that's goddamn we're pretty much sure that COVID came from that lab and that we helped fund it. But if you say that shit, would have got you took it off the air or the internet. Like, that's
You heard it. Yeah, you guys heard it here. LRVT helped fund that project. We're a little bit responsible.
I mean, we as in the United States, boy. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
shit. Sorry. I guess I just shouldn't have just disclosed our involvement with all that. But
I mean, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Moderation is whack. Moderation is censorship. And censorship is whack. And if you're with it, suck a fucking dick or lick a fucking clit. Know what I'm talking about? So that's how I feel. Otherwise, I'm not a fan of billionaires owning everything.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
especially like media companies where
Yeah.
they all get one.
Yo, fucking the Washington Post has been going off on like how this is the worst thing to happen since anything happened. Bitch, you're owned by goddamn Jeff Bezos.
Yeah,
Like, fuck
that's why.
all the way off.
That's why that's happening.
I'm so tired of these fucking idiots.
Which is the
Just-
one that owns Wordle now?
Who owns Wordle?
Isn't it like the New York Times or something?
haven't they
I don't
always
know.
owned Wordle or had?
No, it was owned by one dude that started the game for his wife and then got bought out. Once it started getting really big a couple months ago.
Interesting.
Does anybody still play it?
I never played it.
Nah.
No, but I keep seeing people play like variations of it where they play like try to match 4 words at the same time. I saw one that was like 10 words at the same time, and it's just ridiculous, and I don't understand how their brains work.
Nah, man. The only game I'm trying to play is Squirtle, and I'm talking about. I'll let you peoples know.
I'm actually not sure what you're talking about. Not even sure what
Squirt.
the drink.
Oh, come on.
Or the Pokemon.
Drink. Oh, my goodness. All right. What fucking day is it? It's goddamn.
I had a Squirt the other day. Y'all don't like Squirt? Grapefruit soda?
That's the best soda made, to be honest. Besides Pepsi. Made a whole song about Pepsi.
You did. I did. I will never forget it.
Hell yeah.
And you rarely
Me and
drink
Spoken
alcohol
Words.
at
Shout
that
out to
time.
Spoken Words.
Always the Pepsi.
Made the Pepsi anthem. And shout out to DJ Beds who did the intro for us because he was the fucking
Nuggets, DJ.
he was the Nuggets DJ
That's
and the National Pepsi fucking Challenge DJ winner or some shit.
Your boy DJ Beds, the B to the E to the D to the C.
He says it right now.
White Shadow, 2008 national champion of the Pepsi Superstar DJ competition and honorary member of the Pepsi.
Look at that artwork.
Oh, man. Spoken words.
It's just Justin's counter.
Dialect of the deep diamond boys in the spot. And right now, it's all about that blue and red, baby.
I'm not gonna lie.
No match.
That beat gigs.
Right now, we're on our Pepsi-ish, all right?
Pepsi.
For those who think young.
Biatch.
This really is a whole song about Pepsi. What year did this come out, Justin?
I thought it was the hook right there. Me and Spoke did this in like 2013 maybe? 2011? No, 2011.
Okay. Dang, was it at that? thought it
I don't
was
need an
before then.
answer. I need an answer. Do you have Pepsi cans in this casa?
Does Spoke still rap?
Oh yeah.
Nice. He was all mixed in with like the 107.5 DJ too, wasn't he?
Radio Bumps.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Gosh, that was a while ago.
The king of pop like MJ, boy. Come on.
This guy thinks he's fucking clever even 10 years later.
But about to get my party on as I
Oh, man.
pour my glass. You're the one I want.
Oh, the
Go
Pepsi
tip your
ballad.
glass. Won't sip and dash, gonna take it easy.
It's a
On the
4-minute
brink
song.
of freezing. Them Dr. Peppers and the Coca-Colas.
Should we let the full 4 minutes play?
And all my soda been brown since Pepsi Clear. Oh, man. Great song.
How many Pepsis do you think you drank writing this song?
Fuck, dude. We literally had like 2 liters of shit. Fucking, we went off at the end just talking shit. It was so funny. And then like there was a point because we had the idea. I don't remember how the fuck it happened. One of us made a Facebook status about Pepsi. We just started talking shit. And then it turned into a song, and then we were all serious about it. And I made the beat, and we were like, "Oh, we're really gonna make a hit. This is gonna be tight." And then we started recording it, and we are like, "What the fuck are we doing?" Like, oh man!
awesome.
And so, like at the end, we just went off.
Yeah. It's a damn shame that Justin's brother took all the money that Pepsi gave him for that.
You know?
Do you want to know the great thing about Pepsi though? That's a lie. I was gonna say Coke. Is that Elon Musk is gonna buy Coke and bring back the put extra Coke.
Put the cocaine in it.
I saw that tweet. Yeah. Like, bold move.
Oh man, bold move. You know what? He couldn't say that a week ago. He would have got canceled.
What do you
Somebody would have took it out of context and be like, he wants to give everybody cocaine. See?
Mm-hmm.
I hate moderation. But I also hate billionaires owning everything.
I think Justin just hates the mods.
For sure.
That's a old school internet term for our younger listeners out there. I don't know if
No, that's the
Y'all
one
run the
that-
forums?
yeah. Forums are
bulletin
the
boards?
original Facebook.
No. Twitch and all that stuff still has mods on it. So no, it's still
Oh, yeah?
it's still in the zeitgeist.
I feel like Twitch is the next generation of forums almost, or at least the people who use Twitch, I feel like would be the same people that use forums. Because
Maybe.
I was only into a couple of forums because I feel like you get into those in a very niche, like
Yeah, but the first niche was fucking having a computer with the internet.
the internet was the first, just having it.
I mean,
I remember
I-
I had the internet when I was in like 1996, I would say.
oh yeah, we first got the internet in
95,
like
96?
99, and we had it through web TV.
And the AOL discs. Remember
No,
those?
we didn't even have a computer. We got something my dad got from his job, and he plugged it into the cable. And
Web TV. I remember Web TV. Pull up that emblem for Web TV.
yeah,
It's like the
and-
light green computer.
you know, you had like a keyboard and shit, and it just connected to the TV and fucking.
What
and
was it again?
pretty
And then
much
web
brought you to
TV,
like
what?
a specific browser. It was basically a browser on your TV, if I remember right.
Yeah.
But it only went to a few websites. I don't think you could type in like Google.
No, I mean
think you
you
had,
could
like,
you could go to anything. It was just there wasn't that much online. It was 1998.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think I made an email like at all the email spots. I had an AOL email, a Hotmail, a Yahoo, a fucking. What were some of the old ones, dude? There were some old emails and
How'd you get to
I
the
had all
United
them.
Nations?
It's the first link for Web TV. UN Web TV.
Huh.
24-hour live and pre-recording.
that's weird.
Live pre-recorded?
Fucking web TV. Anyways,
Sold
what day is
out
it?
Amazon
to the
TV.
UN.
It's August 28th. April 28th, 27th.
Yeah.
28th?
27th.
28th.
8th.
April 28th. Motherfucking like 6:15-ish. I don't fucking know. My name's Justin. To my left, your right, that's going to be Steven.
Yo.
Straight across from us, produce it always, Eric.
Hey, I'm doing the thing and not forgetting about it.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about, because it's the Lone Ranger vs. Tonto up in this mother. Bitch. Know what I'm talking about?
This plant is tickling me again and
That'll happen.
mind its own business.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. I'm moving up.
Yeah, man. So, how do you feel about Elon Musk? elongated musket taking over Twitter.
Elongated musket.
Yeah, that's his full name.
I forgot about that.
I didn't know about that. I share the same sentiment as not really giving a fuck. I'm on Twitter, barely use it, but it's how I feel about most of social media. Don't really.
I mean, they're all owned by billionaires.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to change much of Twitter, to be honest. Like, there'll be a little bit of, like, people can, talk about buying Coke and putting Coke in it. But I don't think there's going to be much of a change. Because a lot of the derps that you're talking about, they're like, oh, no, what if I see a post that might not be true? I think they lost their accounts. They left when Elon did that.
Yeah, but what's his name? What's his name?
You think some of them
King.
are doubling down?
What's his King?
Sean King.
Sean King.
You love Sean King. I remember that.
He left Twitter.
He left
All
Twitter?
mad.
Really? Yeah, but
Yeah, he's one of them dudes. That's why, like, corny ass, soft ass motherfuckers I don't fuck with. And so it's like, yo, you could be supporting shit that I think is cool. You could be like an activist for things that I promote and support. But if you're fucking soft, fuck out of my face, bud.
So
You're not
how
on
do you
my
feel
fucking
about
team.
this whole like Ben Simmons drama.
Who the fuck is Ben Simmons?
Really? Right, probably the man
Guitarist from,
getting accused as
Kiss?
being the softest ass man right now on the planet. You guys really don't know who Ben Simmons is?
He said from Kiss. And
Yeah,
Gene
it's,
Simmons, boy.
Gene
Australian
Simmons.
professional basketball player?
He's actually a United States professional basketball player-ish, but he is Australian. Originally. But
and what about him?
he plays for, well, do you want me to tell the whole story since you
Well,
guys
yeah, I don't know
really
what the fuck
Yeah,
we're
so
talking about.
Ben-
Boy, give me the backstory.
Ben
give
Simmons,
me some context.
Yeah, Ben Simmons was a player on the Philadelphia 76ers, and last year he pretty much got torn up in the playoffs by people realizing that you can just play him rough and he will not be able to shoot. He like mentally gets
He's
thrown
soft.
off. Oh, just wait. So they lose their 7th game of the playoffs and they pretty much put it all on him. All the Philly fans, that fan base is pretty dedicated. And so when he pretty much lost that game 7 against the Atlanta Hawks team that should have not gotten out of the first round and ends up getting just torn up the next one. And Philly should have won that series last year, but they lose that game pretty much because of Ben Simmons. And through the offseason, he basically says, I can't play. And through the entire 2022 season, Ben Simmons sat at home with a $33 million a year contract, I believe, and did not play any fucking basketball for the 76ers with the excuse of saying, I am not in a mental place to be able to play for the 76ers because of the way the fans are treating him and the way the team is treating him. And so he fucking sat at home, lost $20 million because he chose not to play at all in the 2022 season. So by the trade deadline, the Philadelphia 76ers trade Ben Simmons' ass with Seth Curry, Stephen Curry's little brother, and Draymond Green. Drummond. I don't know his first name. And they trade him off to the Nets and get the fading James Harden off the Nets and into Philly. And now that's where they sit. So fast forward to the playoffs, and the Nets are down 3-0 in the series for the first round of the playoffs against the Boston Celtics. Ben Simmons still has not played for the Nets because of a lower back injury, and Ben Simmons does not play in Game 4. They lose Game 4 and are out of the playoffs. Ben Simmons does not play in a last-minute scratch, saying the mental stress of playing in the playoffs is causing a physical reaction in his lower back and making his back hurt and making him unable to play in Game 4.
Dude.
And he is still on the bench and has not played basketball for over a year. And, yeah, that's why I say, how have you not heard of this story?
That
of the
motherfucker's
softest
veins
man?
pump mayonnaise, boy. Yeah, mayonnaise vein pumping motherfuckers, boy. That's como se dice, oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I don't know how I missed that entire story. But like you saying it now again reminds me that I've seen Ben Simmons like trending
Me.
sometimes, but I just
Yeah.
and even like memes, but I just didn't
He
pay
doesn't
attention.
even sound like a basketball player that's famous, like Ben Simmons. You're like, what is that guy from Kiss or something? Like, why is he trending?
And I mean, if he's not putting up points, your boy's not paying attention because I'm on
Oh, yeah.
FanDuel.
He's-
You know what I mean? I'm trying to bet. So
He's a
if not-
defensive player
bet.
too, so he doesn't score much, and he actually is notorious
Oh
for
my
shooting
God.
terribly. And
oh man.
yeah, Ben Simmons is. There's a whole like thing in Australia when he was supposed to play for. They have a funny name, the Australian like national basketball team.
The cunts.
That was it. That's their name. Yeah, I don't know how I forgot that.
My boy played for the cunts.
Not that football. Not football. Basketball.
The soccer team is the Socceroos.
Yeah, look at the basketball team's name. But he was supposed to
Oh
play
my
in this like
goodness
epic
gracious.
matchup against the USA team and him over there on the Australian team.
Was known as the Boomers.
The Boomers. That's right. The Australia Boomers.
Oh my goodness. The
Unfortunate.
boomers would shit on this fool.
No, he was supposed to play for the Boomers.
No, I mean an actual boomer. Imagine some fool who was in Vietnam or the goddamn Korean War or something hearing this story.
They would be upset.
They're fucking have a stroke.
Imagine playing for the Socceroos.
I will say though, Shannon Sharp, if you guys remember him from the Broncos, does a little media cast. It's all over all different medias. But he actually made some pretty good points. I will say you should check out that Shirley.
What was his points? Synopsis.
I don't think I can do it justice. He went off on a
Okay,
monologue on some shit. He did have some like nice one-liners in there, including the brain can't forget what the heart won't delete, or the brain keeps playing what the heart won't delete. He had some good. It's a good like rant that he goes on defending Ben Simmons actually, and skip
Fuck
the other
yeah.
guy. I'm just saying you should listen to it. Shannon Sharp is
Soft.
not a soft dude,
Soft.
not at all. You know,
Ben
And-
Simmons is not soft?
Oh, Ben Simmons. I'm saying
Okay,
Shannon
yeah.
Sharp.
Oh
is
yeah,
not
I
soft.
know. No,
Don't-
Shannon
don't
Sharp
be
not
calling
soft. But I'll tell you right
Shannon
now,
Sharp.
nobody puts up with that shit if Kobe didn't die. R.I.P.
R.I.P. But he talks a lot about Kobe and mindset in this talk, and about
Oh, yeah.
how if you are going to be a great, you
That
have
was
to
play-
have that
that was-
mindset.
Them fools would have played with COVID.
And mindset just it does affect your body, right? It can when your mindset is so bad and negative like that because of the softness.
Well, and that shit comes from motherfucking Twitter and goddamn all these stupid platforms censoring shit so that you like, yo, we're adults, B. And if you don't treat people like adults, you end up with grown ass children. Fuck out of here. I would have kicked that foot in the nuts.
Ben Simmons, you Draymond Green him, kick him in the nuts.
Yeah. Be like, bitch, you're not gonna play. It's gonna be for a reason. Whap. You know what I mean?
Oh man, basketball is filled
Take
with
this
drama.
elbow to the groin. Pop. You know what I'm talking about?
Take that flagrant one. Bow.
Remember Ninja Turtles? When he fucking is it Ninja Turtles? No, it's fucking Mortal Kombat. Remember on Mortal Kombat when Johnny Cage drops into the splits and punches the Goro or whatever in the nuts?
Yes, I do. In that movie.
And he grabs it with his two arms like this, and the other arms are all up in the air. That's what I
Oh,
would have done.
90s
Ben Simmons.
comedy.
Whack. Exactly. Bitch, you don't want to play on my team? Fuck out of here.
Oh man.
Oh, man, see, that's what happens, dude. That's what happens with censorship, boy. Motherfuckers soft.
I honestly think it would have happened without it.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Sean King, soft. Boy might as well be Ben Simmons. He's the Ben Simmons of social activism. Soft.
The Ben Simmons of social activism.
Soft.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you call yourself a social activist,
I don't know if he calls himself. I'm calling him that.
Gotcha.
Soft.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You've definitely had some issues with
Socially oppressed fucking twat. That's what he calls himself. Soft. Know what I'm talking about?
socially.
These fools annoy me.
Yeah. Well,
But-
now luckily they're off Twitter. No more Sean King on
I
Twitter.
don't know. I feel like culture right now is breeding people like this. Like this is a normal thing for foods to just be soft. And you're like, damn, motherfuckers want to be coddled. Oh no, you hurt my pussy. All right.
Well, I don't know. I don't think that like grit and the opposite of soft, being all hard, is like the necessary function of being a human. You can
Balance.
Yeah. There's too much in each direction.
Yeah.
Right? And
You should be soft.
you
with
can
children.
be just as soft. Well, I think you can be soft all the time and still maintain a level of respect for, yourself. And
You sound soft right now.
yeah, I think you just are too
Flaccid.
tied up into that shit. Let it go.
You
man.
sounding flaccid right now.
Sure. You can poke fun at people who feel like that or might just gravitate towards that. And I do think that there's a level, but there are people who are just naturally more nurturing or more sensitive than others. And
Yeah,
because it
Mom.
makes you fucking uncomfortable,
It don't make me uncomfortable.
you're upset. So
I'm
it's your
annoyed.
little
I'm not upset. I'm annoyed.
annoyed.
And,
you.
and it's not even
like, let them be. Like, let them be just as
I am
much
letting
as-
them be. I didn't call Sean King and be like, "Hey, fool, you soft as hell." I'm just saying it right now because we in the
On a
middle of talk
podcast.
about it. Right now, we talk about it. Sean King soft as fuck. Ben Simmons soft as a motherfucker.
I'm just saying, let them be soft. Like, it's not ruining the world.
I mean, is it though?
The people who run Twitter and decide on the politics and different things of what's happening in the world, and that they get to be the arbiters of that. Like, it's just as much. I'm more pointing a finger at them than anybody
You don't
who's
think-
soft and like is requesting that shit. Like, they just don't even hardly understand the internet. I feel like a lot of those times, and
I don't know.
Again,
if we go to World War III, if we start World War III against Russia, it's gonna be because motherfuckers are soft. Hard motherfuckers would know what's up and be like, "Hey, man, we respect it. We're with you, Ukraine, and that's whatever. But you're also not our country, and you're not our ally like that. Sorry." These fools running around soft as hell. You can't just let people. Well, you know what? Them are motherfucking Nazis over there you're talking about. There's a gang of Nazis and neo-Nazis in motherfucking Ukraine. There's a whole battalion of them. And ain't nobody talking about that shit.
we talked about it last time on the podcast.
I know. We're the only ones.
The only
Shout out to us. You know what I'm saying? Bringing y'all the motherfucking news. Like goddamn 60 minutes. Know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
CSNBC, I told you so. Know what I'm talking about?
I do feel like the pressure of, the United States being the,
It's on our shoulders.
Captain
dude.
America. Da-da-da, like
It's on our
somebody's
shoulders.
getting
We're
bullied.
the only ones.
Watch.
And right now we have a nice balance.
white-
you know what
some
I'm saying?
white
Because I'm
folks are
hard as
getting
fuck
bullied.
and you soft.
Some white folks are getting bullied. We need to go fix
Oh,
this.
man.
Because this shit's happening all over the world. All over in Africa, the Middle
Dude.
East, China,
Yemen.
Yemen. Yeah.
Oh, man.
South America they're doing all kinds of other warfare down there, in my opinion, of like financial stuff. Because remember when we talked about El Salvador deciding to make cryptocurrency official, and they got everybody like an app and stuff to run it, gave everybody $30 worth of coins so that they could start using it. And from the report I heard on it, it's not going so well. So most people don't really get it or quite understand it or trust it. They said a lot of folks just cashed it out for dollars for the $30 and then never went back in the app because the app sucked and they did a poor job with that and didn't roll it out very well. And
Maybe. It's also the first ones.
businesses didn't want to take
First
it.
ones,
and-
dude. This sounds like when, man, in 2012 and 2011, when I was trying to tell my older clients, "Hey, fool, you have to have a website." Like, no, I'll just send a fax. All right. Good fucking luck with that. Then they came to me in 2015, 2016, talking about, "Oh, we need to make a website." I'm like, well, it's about 4 or 5 times as much now. Sorry. Tried to tell you 5 years ago, but your ass, no, we don't get it. Of course you don't get it, fool. It's new. Learn. Soft ass motherfucker. Everybody's soft, boy. Learn. That's what my dad will say about everything, dude. When you don't know, learn. Sit. Learn. You'll be all right. We don't know how to do crypto. I don't understand it. Learn. Read a
man.
fucking book about it.
I feel like I'm a pretty privileged and intelligent person, and I don't feel like I fully understand all the cryptos and all that, and even what goes on down there, and yeah, I still don't like. What is the fucking value of a crypto?
What's the value of the dollar? It's not gold anymore. It used to be gold. The dollar was literally was valued by how much gold we had in Fort fucking Knox. And you know what's in Fort Knox now? Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes?
Ain't no motherfucking gold in there. We sold that shit to China. The dollar ain't based on nothing now. It's literally based on what other people say it's based on. That's what the value of crypto is. What other motherfuckers will pay you for it. That's it.
What other motherfuckers will pay you for?
You know, think about it like this, dude. Gold across on, we'll call it the eastern side of the world, and then into the western side, but we're talking about on the other side of the Americas, right? Gold has always had value in currency among the cultures. They would trade gold nuggets and gold coins. You can find gold coins stamped from fucking Egypt and shit. Right? Mm-hmm. In the late 1400s, early 1500s, they brought that gold to the natives, the indigenous peoples of the Americas. Wasn't called the Americas then. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Turtle motherfucking island. And they were like, hey, that's some cool shit you got. We'll give you this gold. The natives were like, fuck off.
Why do you want to give us those rocks?
The fuck am I going to do with that?
Heavy ass rocks.
What the fuck? The fuck am I supposed to do with a rock, homie?
Yeah.
You want me to throw this at the fucking next?
Like
I got enemies, boy. You know what I mean? If you ain't giving us weapons or food or something we could use, get the fuck out of my face. Same thing. It's worth whatever another motherfucker agrees it's worth. Therefore, what's crypto worth? Where's the value? The value is in the idea that if I have one Bitcoin, another motherfucker will give me 38,000 US dollars for it.
Right now.
Yeah.
In 1 year.
A year ago, it was 32,000.
What about a year from now?
Who knows? Right now, it's only been going up. 39,800 right now. 10 years ago, $3.
What was it 10 years ago?
$3. That's my guess.
The furthest that it goes back right now is showing. How much is that?
It was invented in like 2011.
$327 in 2015.
Yeah, no. Check Bitcoin price 2011. That's when it first came out.
2009 Bitcoin price.
Okay, 2009 it first came out. So check 2011. It was like $3.
$1 to $30 in 2011. In 2013, 13 to 1,000. 2017, 1,000 to 20,000. That's as far as this shows.
Yeah, it got up to 60-some thousand at the beginning of COVID because everyone was stuck inside.
November 12th, 2021. 40, 50, 61,000 in March 12th, 2021.
And
it's worth what another motherfucker will pay you for it.
Yep. Okay.
The dollar literally has nothing behind it.
Yeah.
It's a piece of cloth if somebody says it's not worth anything. If the person, a dollar's worth $1 because if I hand it to you, you agree it's worth $1. If you say, if fucking civilization falls and a motherfucker says that ain't shit, you can't even burn it very well, we need shit to start fires,
Here's a sack of coins.
what the fuck am I going to do with that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
A gold bar. What am I going to do? Smack another motherfucker for his wood?
So
I need dried leaves, motherfucker. We got to start these fires. I need tinder.
give me that Bible.
I'm talking about. Just saying.
Yeah.
You ever see those people that like they talk like foods that like get lost with a gang of money, and then they like burn it to stay alive. Because when you're dying, $1 million don't mean shit anymore. It's not its value is zero when you're dying.
Yeah. If
Its value is the fire.
somebody told you, hey, you're gonna die now, or you can give us every cent that you have and you can live another month.
Have it.
Right? Anybody would. Right? Yep, take it. Don't fucking matter to me. Can't take it with you. And I don't know, just that whole thing just, exemplifies the point that money is just a construct, made up shit, so
Always
that
has been.
we can value things that are valueless,
Yeah.
like paper, discs of metal,
Uh-huh.
fucking literally ones and zeros.
Motherfuckers used to trade actual shit. Be like, oh
Like
shit.
doo-doo? You're
Be
talking
like,
about
you got
doo-doo?
wood. You got wood. I got bread.
Oh, like
Here's some
bartering.
bread.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me get that wood so I can make more bread.
Have you had the
Cool.
wood from Eric's house? That fucking wood burns the best. Man, it's good wood.
Imagine.
If it was, yeah. Eric's got the best wood.
Imagine.
I was gonna make a terrible joke.
I think he's making the
Are
joke
you on the
already.
camera, though?
No, I was gonna say that I'm gonna give you my ex's number real quick, and I need you to call her and tell her that.
Call her and tell her I got the best wood.
Excuse me, Eric's ex?
Hey, Eric's ex, he's the opposite of soft.
First of all, Eric ain't soft. Got to get that off the table. Second, have you had the wood? Because it's good.
Hilarious. Anyways,
that one down.
that's what it's worth. So,
So nothing. It's, yeah.
same as any other currency.
Mm-hmm. And, yeah, it's interesting that you compare it to, like, the .com era, the boom there. And
Yeah, it's everything, dude. I thought, name a tire company
B.F. Goodrich.
that came from
I thought that was,
making horses and carriages for horse and carriage.
Wells Fargo.
None of them. Not one. Because those dumbasses were like, oh, you guys think you're going to have motors? That's stupid. Nobody's going to afford that. Nobody thinks that's blah, blah, blah. Everybody always pushes back, and they fight for what they're comfortable with. And then shit changes. And then they're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, like climate change. And we're kind of in
Motherfuckers got to move
fuck?
forward. Basically, got to move forward.
with climate change?
With any boy, you gotta. I mean, that's a good one, right? There's a whole section of the country that doesn't even believe it's real,
Yeah. Of the world.
right?
Or refuses to accept.
They're
that
like,
it's
"Oh,
real."
it's-
because of the same thing you just said, that it's their thing. And their thing, they need to hold on to that, and they won't let it go. They won't even
Yeah.
entertain they're in denial, right? Of a reality that is literally staring us in the face now in places like, well, fucking everywhere. Everywhere has like extreme weather right now. Where have you guys seen the shit like going on in India and Pakistan? It's like average temperatures in the day, 122 degrees. Like that's the shit that will
Wild.
literally cook you as a human. We cannot live in that shit. The body will start literally shutting down.
Yeah.
And its organs.
No,
at-
that's
at,
why
like,
they wear
temperatures
so many
like this.
fucking layers. We're like, look at all the fucking clothes they're wearing. Isn't that hot? No, it insulates you. So because it's fucking 120 degrees outside, well, you know what's fucking cooler than 122 degrees? 98.6 degrees.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying? So you insulate yourself in the opposite way of the snow. So the snow, you insulate yourself to stay fucking warm. And the hot, you insulate yourself to stay cool. It's the same game. But it's like, yeah, dude. You ever met an old lady who fucking...
No.
I mean, you met at least one. And she still puts on makeup like it's the 70s?
A lot of blush. A lot of blush.
Won't let them go, bud. The Mexico ladies with the blue eye fucking eyeshadow and shit. And it's
Oh,
goddamn
yeah.
2022 and they got eyeshadow going whack. Looking like, I mean, it's... People get stuck in what they are. So that's all I hear when people talk about crypto. Oh, I don't understand it. I don't know. It's not going too well. You sound like somebody that saw the .com bubble burst that goes, oh, see, I told you that internet was just a fad. These fucking kids today, we're talking about fucking kids born after 1995 don't even know a world where the internet didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, ask fucking Eric the Dewey Decimal System. This one can't look up a book without a goddamn search bar. For real, though.
Hey, I'll
Hey,
admit,
man.
I never understood. I never
Stop
got
me.
the Dewey Decimal System.
Stop
either
me when I lie.
When I didn't have the internet, I
If,
didn't know.
if
that.
you went into a library right now and there was no computer to search for the book and to tell you what section it was, could you find it without reading every spine of every book?
Probably would take some time, but I could probably figure out the system.
I mean, it was done by numbers. And the numbers represented the category of the book itself. And then each individual number would like break down where on the shelf it was. But if you didn't know the fucking number to the category, good fucking luck. Wow, B. That's what I'm saying. Wow. Wow. Eric, you ever use a floppy disk?
Yes.
You ever touch one?
Soft.
Touch it all the time.
Floppy disks are the softest form of memory, for
Oh, yeah.
sure. I mean, by title.
I'm just saying.
By title.
I mean, you can't be a hard floppy disk.
Everybody say they don't. People don't know what they want. Everybody say that shit. What's that Henry Ford quote? Fucking
You
If
can
I-
have any color you want as long as it's black.
No, that's that soft ass quote. That's Harry Ford. No, Henry Ford said some shit. And maybe it's not even real.
It's a remedy.
No, he said
Obstacles are those frightful things that you see when you take your eyes off your goal.
if I were to ask people what they wanted, they
Fuck
would
the
have
black.
said faster horses.
Experiences.
You know what I mean?
He gave them the assembly line.
Well, and I mean,
He's also part of the reason that we have country music, right?
he also might have been a Nazi. I don't fucking know. We can't just be fucking, you know what I mean? Acting like everybody in the goddamn 1920s wasn't racist as hell.
Yeah.
Acting like my grandpa wasn't racist. Sorry, he probably was. My great grandpa probably racist as hell. I wasn't there, but it was way more culturally accepted.
Oh,
so
shit.
like,
Have you seen fucking Atlanta? The new season of Atlanta?
no, is it tight?
I've seen two.
Oh
episodes
my
and I love
fucking
it.
god, it's so tight with that kind, like what you just said. I mean, it's not a spoiler because it's right at the beginning of the episode. Basically something happens where a lawsuit happens where somebody like proves that their grandfather or great grandfather like owned this black man's great grandfather as a slave and won a lawsuit to like get money from that like super tech billionaire, and then it opens up the litigation, so everybody goes after all these white people that have grandparents that own slaves and shit and make them like pay them all this money and all this shit, and
Dude, not only that,
so fucking
there's some-
good.
Yo,
So
there's
good. of a show
every
right now.
family-
Check it out.
every family, your family, my family, all the families, doesn't matter your race. You got racists in your past. Like that's the game. That was the world for a very long time. So, I mean,
The real question is how bad of a racist was in your past, right? Was it
No
like
doubt.
somebody who was just like, like culturally pretty much the same with everybody, but definitely harbored a lot of like honestly, the propaganda that was given out in the United States around like not liking black people, not liking brown people, all these negative stereotypes and true propaganda, right? And you can accept that, and that's where they were. And a lot of my families were there and a little bit past it too. But then there's also like people who their families had like indentured servant through the 40s and stuff like that, right? In the South, slavery didn't really go away until 1951. It becomes illegal. Like slavery was made, they said you can't do it anymore, but making it illegal, like a true crime to enslave someone, doesn't happen until 1951. So imagine like the South survives through all of that time. Well, they can still just put people in prison for whatever the fuck they want and then essentially enslave them, which is what they did. What they still basically have turned the prison system into now is just the closest thing they can get to having a slave.
Oh yeah.
It's fucked up.
Stamp these license plates.
Fucking make this Whole Foods T-shirt that costs $80 because it was made in the United States in green. And
Here's a penny
Yep.
for today.
Here's a penny, and you get an extra 15 minutes of yard time because you're
Fucking
a worker.
gross.
Also,
Gross as hell.
It's fucking disgusting. Oh man.
it was country music that was popularized more by Henry Ford. He didn't like that jazz was coming up because he saw
'Cause
that
he's a
as
racist.
See, if you're
Yeah,
that level racist, sorry that Henry Ford's your grandpa. You
Here's
got a
his
racist
description of it: monkey talk, jungle squeals, grunts, and squeaks.
Real racist.
I mean-
Yup.
Racist as hell, boy. But at the same time, we all drive cars, and he had a big part in that. I'm not gonna say it was all because of him. I'm just saying he had a big part of it. So this is, I mean, look. When you look at past motherfuckers, they were racist. That was the game.
And
Abraham Lincoln was not some fucking saint.
I'm pretty sure Henry Ford also his
Fuck Abraham
his
Lincoln,
true
by the way.
impact, I believe, came from not the car shit, but an assembly line invention around bottles that like fucking cap beer bottles, a big ass like
Oh,
wheel
yeah.
thing, and it was like the automation of an assembly line idea of like, okay, we break down all the different sections of what the process is, and then we can take that and just be a specialist in that little section, right? And that's what you see across all of like the automation of things now is everything is
Carpe diem.
Nope.
Carpooling.
Nope, I'm not going to be able to say it with you.
Lorem
yelling shit out.
ipsum.
Yep, that's it. Nope. Lorem ipsum. Is that the beginning of that fucking fake text?
Yes.
As a matter of fact, it is. Yep.
Fucking design nerds.
Yeah. If I look up anything about Henry Ford and the assembly line, it's all just positive stuff.
Of course it is.
I think it was Ford
Look
that
up
did the
most
bottles
people
machine.
and it's positive stuff. I mean,
Well,
that don't mean that I'm telling you right now, that don't mean that they weren't racist.
I don't know if I look up who was it, John Wilkes Booth, if it'll be that positive.
well, and you like all that shit when it's like Booth and United States history about like folks that have killed people in the United States, you're gonna get tailored searches from Google. You're not gonna get the actual like
but
every bit of information because the CIA has done some fucked up shit. Like they killed Martin Luther King. Like they were the ones who assassinated him. His family sued them
JFK?
and won.
Probably.
Right? JFK will come out, I think, in our lifetime that,
Yeah,
that the
JFK
CIA
probably.
did it. Yeah. And like you don't think Google can be helpful with like, oh, you don't want people to actually read all this shit that like is in all this documentation that's perfectly public. It's in there, but it's probably page 25. And when's the last time any of you motherfuckers been to page 25 of a Google search?
That sounds like a virus.
No doubt.
But it's
my-
there
My
for a reason.
browser warns me.
Oh, it ends at 18.
My browser be like, nah, B.
In order to show you most relevant results, we have omitted some
See? They even admitted on
very
here.
similar to the 174
Admitting the
already
omitted.
displayed.
How you feel about Google's moderating?
Annoying, bro. What we gonna do? Google
We've
used to show
chosen what
everything.
you should see here by our expert algorithms.
The last one is Vox from 2015.
Vox.
Of course,
Soft.
Fox.
150 years ago, bro.
Why did you say fuck Abraham Lincoln? Why were you so impassioned about?
Because first of
Fucking
all, just so we're clear, the Emancipation Proclamation wasn't his idea. It was the Emancipation Proclamation was as much Abraham Lincoln's idea as Obamacare was Obama's idea. And Obamacare is really Romney care and the health care that fucking the Republicans came up with over there. And they only named it Obamacare once Obama put his name on it. And then they acted like they didn't like it. Well, bitch, you fucking voted for that shit goddamn 2 years before when it was Mitt Romney. And you guys hailed it as your great fucking idea. Abraham Lincoln did the same thing with the Emancipation Proclamation 1 and 2. He killed the Dakota 39
Say more
on
about
some
that.
fuck shit.
What is
Like
that?
an innocent 38, I think it was 40 something actually total. And it was one of the last mass hangings in the United States. And most of these people were either innocent or defending themselves, but to prove a fucking point and basically to be like, well, we could kill all these people in war or we could just hang these 40 and fucking and quench the thirst of these racist white people who want to see Indians die. So they hung fucking 40-some Dakotas, Lakotas, and I don't remember what other tribe.
Wow. That's terrible, but not
Schmuck.
surprising. Wasn't last week
Might not be I think it's the Dakota 38. 39 is what they call it.
Dakota War of 1864.
No. Literally search the Dakota 38.
Well, it's President Lincoln reviewed in the convictions and approved death sentences for 39 of the 303, but it doesn't say.
Oh yeah, that's
were hanged in Mankato.
yeah.
Wasn't last week the anniversary of Wounded Knee? I think I saw that come up in somewhere in my feed.
I think it's next month, but that might not be right.
I felt like I saw something about it.
Might have been. Oh no, Wounded Knee is in December, and I knew that. Because it snowed right afterwards, and half of those bodies, like, so when you see that legendary photo of Blackfoot, where they had turned him over, he had fell in the snow forward, like, and hunched over, and then for the photograph, the photographer takes his frozen body, turns him over, and takes the photo. Look, share that shit, Eric, but make sure other people can see it. Yeah, click one of them motherfuckers. Yeah. Iconic fucking photograph from, was that Silas Soul up there? Oh, no, it wasn't. Keep going.
Sorry for all the ads.
Right there, yep.
Oh.
Fuck that. Click that shit. Right there. Bigfoot, not Blackfoot.
Bigfoot? Mm-hmm. I've never seen that picture before.
That's an iconic picture. And in that photo, he was literally already, facing the other way, but they were all frozen. And so when they went to go clean up them bodies, they were frozen, and they threw all the frozen bodies in a big old pit and burned them. And there's a picture of that, too.
Fucking atrocities.
It was the Dakota 38 plus 2.
What year?
They say the +2, but it was actually ended up being like +8 or something like that. It was 40-something total. It was just the Dakota were 38 Dakota, maybe 39, and then the +2 were Lakota or something, which the white people didn't understand that was different. And then I think there was like a few, I don't know, they weren't Crow, but they were somebody else. They were some other tribe. And it's hard to find it because the white people wrote about it as some other thing for so long that when you Google it, that's what you get.
Whitewashed.
Is this nonsense? And it's like, food, that, like,
The History Channel.
no historian that's ever,
something.
no historian that's ever looked at this agrees with what the fuck the textbook said in goddamn 1994. But that's the first one that was on the internet, and that's the nice one. And that's the one the U.S. government likes, so that's the one they get. So fuck Abraham Lincoln.
Fuck presidents. Like, which one was ever good? Fuck presidents.
I mean, FDR wasn't bad. Shout out to national parks. Even though he took those for the goddamn reservation, so fuck him too. Oh, dude, fuck them all.
Yeah, like I said, fuck presidents.
JFK was probably cool. I mean, he was fucking
Could have
Marilyn
been
Monroe.
cool.
That was cool.
Could have been cool.
You know what I mean?
I mean, he's a Kennedy.
He wasn't soft, I'll tell you that much.
JFK wasn't soft. Was there
He
any
was
other
probably
non-soft
racist, though. It was
president?
the fucking 60s.
Oh no, there's some definite, I think, recordings of him saying the N-word.
Oh, yeah, it was
Yeah.
the 60s. He was probably racist as fuck.
Yeah,
You know? He could even be on your team. Still be racist.
yeah, he definitely played that card. I remember hearing some shit about that because
Aw.
he smoked dope or weed,
Oh, yeah.
and was jazz grass. I feel like he's like that's JFK. He's definitely like a jazz grass guy.
Oh, man, that boy was lit on cocaine, boy. That boy was taking all the methamphetamines. They say that JFK would be fucking awake for like 20 hours a day.
Yikes.
22 hours a day.
That's what they say that new quarterback for the Broncos does. He sleeps 4 hours a night, 4.5. That's being awake 20 hours a day.
That's too many. It's too many hours, boy.
It's too many awakes.
Oh, yeah, way too many awakes.
But have you heard like how Einstein would sleep in like
No, but
Small
Einstein
intervals,
married
the
his
ball in his
cousin, so I'm sure he was racist too.
He was from Germany. Maybe
And he married his
anti-Semitic.
cousin. That's
I think
that's
he was
not some South ass shit, boy. Motherfucking Alabama ass, boy.
Some pretty prejudiced shit against Alabama right there.
Fucking, I don't live there.
I bet all that. I bet all the states have equal amounts of that tomfoolery of incest.
Nope.
And
Oh, his
no, it's
second
disproportionate to Alabama.
was
We
the
have the data.
What does it say?
It was his second wife. That was his cousin.
No, straight up, it was his cousin too. It wasn't no distant cousin. It was like that's his mom. Was
First
like, that's
cousin.
your cousin.
First cousin. So one of his aunts or uncle's children.
And he was
You're saying like
"Fuck
that.
it."
Yeah, that's the problem right there. I think at the end they could just be friends, but once it gets to that level,
Yeah, man, motherfuckers is wild, boy.
He was also a terrible dad.
Probably.
I mean, he was a genius in probably ways and not so great in other ways.
Yeah.
You know, like what I was talking about, I think he kept like a sleep pattern where he would sleep 15 minutes at a time and
he
like stay
hated
up
sleep. Yeah.
for like hours, and then like sleep was some of you realized was a necessity, but he also realized he could train himself that if you just fall like to deep REM sleep right away and you get like 15 to 20 minutes of that, you can wake up and feel, well, he said he would feel just as rested because you get your rest in REM, and if you can just start and in there instead of going through alpha and then I think it's delta sleep and then
I mean, that
last
makes sense,
one.
though, because to come up with some of the wild action, because of course that was ended up being real shit, but it's so outside of like rational thinking,
right?
That
Like of course he lived
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Like, can you
when
imagine
you don't
like,
sleep, when you don't
not-
sleep, you start to hallucinate and shit. That's
Well,
when
and
you
not
come up with some
following
shit
the
like
patterns
yo.
of the sun, like being in a room with no windows and shit, and working on boards and writing out all this fucking math, and
Oh,
like, just
yeah.
getting obsessed in the basement of a library or some shit like where time doesn't exist really. You're
yeah.
you're not living in time like a human or an animal does, right? Because we live in time with the sun and the moon and the
That boy
ocean.
was hallucinating and was like, yo.
He was like seeing the fucking
space
waves
and
of
time
gravity.
aren't different, bro. They're a fabric together, my dude, and they're
And
doing the
everyone's
same
like,
thing. And
Einstein,
everyone's like,
you
what the
need a
fuck? Or-
fucking nap.
Go to goddamn sleep already. Quit fucking your cousin. It's fucking with your brain, boy. Shit.
That is, man didn't sleep a full night of sleep in 20 years and marries his cousin. But also fucking creates the atomic.
CJ said they're all Dakota. They weren't all Dakota. There was another tribe, CJ. Look it up. Read a fucking book. No, I'm sure of it. There was like 4 or 5 others, and they were from some other tribe, and I don't remember. But could have been just the article I read. I don't fucking know.
And that was
I wasn't there.
Lincoln did that. You said that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Good old Abe. Honest Abe. Fuck off.
Yeah. I mean, they're all murderers.
You know that fool
Like-
didn't even have a beard until like his last 2 years of life? He walked around all beardless with no beard. And we know him as like Abe's beard, but it wasn't even there until like the last fucking 3% of the time he was alive.
Well, it looked good on him. Fit him.
I mean, did it?
Yeah. He literally for over 100 years, I feel like, has defined a hairstyle, beard style. Like if somebody shaves their shit like that and you don't think of Abraham Lincoln, right? But he is a goofy looking motherfucker too. Wasn't he like
Oh, yeah.
6'9"? Do you remember that middle school teacher that dressed up like him?
No.
You went to O'Connell, yeah?
Uh-huh.
And there was that 8th grade teacher that was all tall and had a deep voice and was a history teacher. And every year for like the Civil War shit where we would all dress up like that, he would be
I was a
Abraham
general
Lincoln.
in that.
You were?
Uh-huh.
For which side, bud?
Come on, boy. You know the blue coat. Boy, I don't fuck with them Alabamians, boy.
Alabamian. What is the proper term for someone from
I don't know, but somebody from Alabama is going to be heated at me.
Yeah, definitely. They're probably soft.
Soft as hell, boy.
Yeah, if you're getting at Justin for... Have you ever been to Alabama?
Never.
It is where I went in Alabama. It was just a corner of it, and it was really beautiful. I was in like the Ozarks
I bet.
part of it,
Oh, yeah.
and I didn't interact with any people. I just drove through it, so I don't know it that well for the humans there. But the trees.
Is it really Alabamians?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Alabamians?
Fucking A.
Well, you know what you call somebody from Michigan?
Michiganian.
Close. Michigander.
No way.
Would
Yeah.
you look at that?
Did you know that Michigan?
Alabamians.
That's
You
wild.
sound drunk.
I was listening. Oh no.
That's actually in the pronunciation. That's the dialect.
I was listening to this podcast about the Mexica. And the Mexica, the original tribe, peoples, not necessarily tribe, the original peoples that became the Aztecs, right? They were the Mexica. And their prophecy, their history, they say they came from north, right? And some of the shit they talk about says that they maybe or most likely came from like the northern United States, right?
Mm-hmm.
From a place, and I don't remember the exact name, but it was basically it's where the name and the word for Michoacan comes from, which is incredibly similar to the word Michigan. And there's actually an area in Michigan that some fucking, I don't know, somebody is like, hey, this might be,
Michoacan.
I mean, the original place where the Mexica came from.
So you're telling me white people appropriated Michigan too?
Hell yeah.
Fucking A, bud. God damn it. It's
All of them.
It is everywhere. Did I see our...
They named the Dakotas after the fucking Dakotas. Isn't that wild? That fool's like white people named their kid Dakota, and now we're like, oh, that's a white name, and it's like, well, no, that's actually an Indian people. Like, you just named your kid. It's like naming your kid fucking
Sue.
Kenyan. Be like, I named my kid Kenyan. What'd you name your kid? Italian. What the hell? What'd you name your kid? Dakota.
Yeah.
We call him Cody.
We call him with a K.
Fuck out of here.
Oh, we call him Code.
Man, they want everything, boy.
Can I admit something to you guys? Like, as a white person, I just learned something that this is definitely like, I don't know. It's very weird for me because I didn't know this about other white people. And maybe you guys know this. I don't know if this, have you guys ever lived with other white people or with white people ever?
Shout out to my homie
Yeah,
Drew, my
lived.
white homie Drew. Mm-hmm. Lived with Drew.
So you live with one white person. Have you lived with other people who aren't white besides your family?
That aren't white?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I recently, I haven't really lived with anybody that's not too many white people. Well, I guess I did live with a couple when I first moved out, but since then it hasn't been, except for, that's not the important part. What I learned was that, do you guys know this stereotype that white people don't wash their legs?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift
I feel like it's
came
a
out and
stereotype.
publicly said that she doesn't do that. She just lets
But, like-
the soap come down, and that's how it's clean.
Right, and I've heard that shit. And like Taylor Swift, but that's Taylor Swift, so I thought it was just a weird Taylor Swift thing. But then I've learned this is a white folks thing. That white folks, in general, don't be fucking washing their ass. This is not news to you guys. You've always just known this.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not racist, so I never did that to my white homies. You know what I'm saying?
Did what?
Talk to them about what they washed and what they didn't. I wasn't over there judging them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm not really judging them, I guess. But I do wash my legs, for the record.
I mean,
And it just
I was
surprised me that
taught
was
to wash my body.
that was a
Come on.
stereotype that is like well known about white folks, that shit is normal. That Taylor Swift just, it blows my mind. It blows my mind that's what everybody been walking around just assuming I don't be washing my legs. Like that's what it is when people look at me. I don't even wash my legs. Blew my fucking mind.
Y'all motherfuckers think I'm not washing my. I'm washing my legs.
I know. I'm about to introduce myself. Like, hey, my name is Steven. I moisturize and wash my legs.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I'm going to just break down all the stereotypes about white folks that they might assume right away, and just tell them straight up, I've been washing my legs since the get-go. Never stopped washing my legs. Mm-hmm. And
No,
I
I
feel
don't
like I need to have an intervention with white folks now and be like, hey, You've been washing your legs. You okay?
That's like
What? I understand you've never heard of it, and it sounds scary. But just letting the
Imagine.
water tumble down your legs it ain't enough.
Yeah, I
You
don't
gotta
know.
get a scrub.
I wanna know how many white people just heard you said that and went, "Oh fuck, you're supposed to wash them."
Right?
Like the shampoo doesn't do it
I'm
when it
so-
rolls off your body.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to my family that somehow along the way I learned that you should be
That
washing
was
your legs.
Raton, boy. You know Raton hooked you up, boy.
That's true. That's true. That definitely was Raton in there.
Raton
bringing
hooked
up
you up
there.
with a little bit of soap for them leggies.
They found out early coming over, but they came over from Italy. I think the soap probably was.
Oh, yeah.
Not that was I would guess more of an American thing where that probably became a trend. I don't know if
And in
white folks
reality,
other countries,
in reality,
European
too, the
stuff.
Mediterranean are the brown whites too. They were definitely mixing with them North Africans at that point.
Little, yeah.
You know what I mean? And them foods was where you're using the soap. I'm talking about.
While 81% have voted yes, surprisingly 19% of people said that they did not wash their legs separately in the shower.
How many percent?
19.
That's a gang,
Let me
dude.
see how many they.
That's a fifth. That's 1 in 5 motherfuckers is not washing their legs.
Man,
I'm disgusted right now. I want to. Oh man.
imagine being that group. I was I was blown away.
Oh,
I just had no idea these other motherfuckers.
Never mind, I don't trust it anymore.
Why was it say?
It's a Twitter poll.
It's a Twitter poll and news.
I mean, that is how you know what the whites are doing, though.
News18.com.
Go to the Bird app. See what the whites are doing.
Oh, they called them tweeples.
The tweeples on the.
So
You know what,
far, there's
boy?
77 tweeples.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
That's why Sean King left, boy. He's like, oh,
I'm going with
a
the
what?
tweeples.
I'm with the whites.
Where my tweeples at? Where my tweeples at?
Oh man. Speaking of, real quick,
Oh man.
excuse me if I'm offensive, but is Sean King not white?
I don't know. I never cared to.
I don't know.
I
He
don't-
would just.
I don't be race checking people like that, to be honest.
I mean, I don't know, man.
What is Sean White?
I don't know, man. Sean White.
Oh, did I say that? Sean
Uh-huh.
White. Sean King. Sean White. is that the snowboarder?
That's a
Uh huh.
Like carrot top on a
Oh, yeah.
on
That's
skis.
That fool's hair was tight too.
He's still snowboarding. He's
Is he?
competed in the last X Games and I think Olympics.
That
He's
fool's got to be 40.
he's got
years
I think
old.
some of the most like snowboarding Olympic medals. I think this year was the first time he didn't medal. But he's, in his
God damn.
40s, I think, and still competing with like 20-year-old kids from China that their only job is to snowboard, Russia,
damn.
China. There's a lot of countries that just pay their athletes to be athletes. We do too, basically. But
I mean, you just told me about Ben Simmons. Soft.
that's if you've ever seen the Ben Simmons and you see an ice cream cone in the corner of it on those memes,
Uh-huh.
soft
Soft.
serve.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are you looking at up there now? I just see some feet and teeth on the screen.
This is what happens when you don't have ad block on. I'm trying to find history
on
of,
biography.milk
of
or
sh-
something. What are you on? What website are you on?
Biographymass.com.
Look, I'm not hating. I'm just saying that if he's black, his veins are pumping mayonnaise.
She was born in Kentucky.
His mom?
Yeah, it says
Oh,
that,
boy.
so she belongs to she holds an American nationality and belongs to mixed ethnicity. That's all everything is said so far.
And
Oh,
that's his mom.
He's definitely talked to
His
Google
mom,
about
yeah.
covering this. Hey, make
Oh,
sure it tells everybody that it's ambiguous
His mother
statement
is
about my
white,
mom.
while she claims his father is an African American.
Okay. That might be true. I don't know. Logic looked white as hell, and then you see him next to his dad, and he looked just like his dad, except white. And you're like, oh, shit. That's wild. I mean, it'll happen. I'm not saying nothing about genes, and I'm not hating on nobody's percentage of nothing of what they claim. I'm just saying, jumping off Twitter all scared of free speech is the whitest thing he's ever done.
A light-skinned black man is thought to be his biological father.
Drake.
No,
Imagine.
the hyperlink for the biological father of Sean takes me to ChristianPost.com.
This is wild.
He's the son of
We're about to get
Black
canceled,
Lives
but just
Matter
get off this
activist
website.
Sean King says his mother had an affair with his father, a light-skinned black man.
Yeah, no,
that's
this sounds
wild.
like some shit that they wrote on conservative news network.
Yeah.
The real CNN. Oh man. Oh man, we should probably wrap this up before they kick us off YouTube, because YouTube is still owned by Google,
Yeah.
and them motherfuckers
We might have been saying some
close
Google
ties
secrets
to the United States government. I'm talking about
all the
to the
time.
government. I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Got anything last to say, Eric?
Yeah. Before we go, we want to give a big thank you to the screen guy, aka Alan, for helping us build this window behind them.
Hell yeah.
Hard
as
really
fuck.
Appreciate it.
Oh, I got to give a shout out.
My cousin Alan.
Help that way.
And my cousin Levi, he goes on Instagram, on Spotify by Levi W. He's got a show this weekend at Ophelia's on Saturday night, opening with. He's been touring with this artist. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of her. Her name is Neoma, Neoma. She's like, it's like dream pop music kind of that she does. My cousin does more a little bit electro, dream pop, R&B stuff. I'll be honest, I don't listen to a ton of it. It's not my style.
Neoma sounds like what happens when you bruise easy.
I think that's very close to that word of folks that do bruise pretty easy. That's her. She's Ecuadorian, and it's like dream pop stuff.
I'm mad at it.
No, but Saturday, Ophelia's.
Ophelia.
He's gonna be playing. I unfortunately can't go because I'm gonna be at the Freddie Gibbs show. You going?
Dang. Nope. Fucking tickets are like fucking $150 right now.
I got mine for $25.
I know, and they sold out before.
Did you
And
get
then
a big
recent-
crit ticket yet for June?
Oh, you know, we go to Big Crit. Shout out to my brother and Cindy. My brother and sister got me a motherfucking ticket to Big Crit cut.
Eric, you going into Big Crit Day?
To Justin.
I didn't know he was coming.
Big Crit's real name is Justin, by the way.
Really?
Hell yeah.
I didn't know that.
Shout out to the Justin. Know what I'm talking about?
I know some
Big
good-
Crit. Know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Justin Bieber got a voice. He cool.
Can drum too, I believe. Yeah.
Justin Timberlake a racist. Know what I'm talking about?
He's racist too.
I mean, he kind of appropriated black music in the 2000s.
He also
Yes,
was in
it was
NSYNC.
And white people were like, oh my God, this is awesome. We've never heard anything like this. It's so new school. And we're like, bitch, they've been doing it for goddamn 10 years.
But did you see him dance? He was in NSYNC. How could he be racist, Justin? Don't tell me this.
That
What other
hip
Justins?
movement- That hip movement is not white.
The what's not white? I missed it.
The hip movement.
No, who's some other Justins?
Trudeau, but he's also racist with blackface. Steven, are you going to the Big Crit show?
Oh, fuck
Heck yeah, I'm
Trudeau.
going to the Big Crit show.
There you go, Cindy.
Yeah. I got my tickets too.
Hell yeah. Well, we'll see y'all at the motherfucking Big Crit show May 10th.
I think it's in June.
No, it's May 10th.
All right.
It's in like a week and a half, dude.
Nice.
2 weeks, maybe.
It's even better. Yeah, we'll see y'all then. Probably another podcast in between then and now, maybe.
Yep,
We'll see.
hopefully we'll run another podcast, and hopefully next time we'll have actual stuff to talk about. But just like all the other ones, this one we don't. Thanks for motherfucking showing up. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all that bullshit, and try to get our share the YouTube, will you, so that we
Share
can
the
fucking.
YouTube.
Because right now our URL is a bunch of gang of fucking letters.
We need
and
the
I can't-
subscribers.
Yeah, I can't change it until we get 100, and we're at like
Do
80.
the YouTube pitch. Hit that subscribe button.
So-
do that thing where you point and it's like, do the subscribe. And
Well, we're not. This ain't
I'll
cool.
have those
This-
next time.
you know
we're
what I
not
mean?
on Google. We can't do the thing where you point. And
We're
hit the
live.
Button.
right now, so you can't like put the button up.
Not
See,
right
they're
now.
just-
Next time, though.
They'll just have to imagine the button right here, and you click on it, subscribe.
If you're not watching this live, click this button, subscribe, and anything else.
That's it for me. As always, support your local sevens. They've been doing their good work out there. Give them, love if you see them, and if you do donate, keep donating.
Hell yeah. And this has been the Lone Ranger vs. Tonto, but this bitch, we out.
But you still didn't wanna come with me. I can't believe